Welcome to the April 12th, 2011 meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority. May we have a roll call, please?
Authority members: Draymond.
Here.
Friedman. Mincy.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Barazian.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Chair Quintero.
Here. And we have your report.
Agenda for the April 12, 2011 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, April 7, 2011 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
What's next?
Next is approval of minutes.
So moved. Second.
The minutes stand approved as submitted. Next, please.
Next is oral communications. No cards were submitted.
All right. Next.
Next on the business agenda at 6A is a public hearing. Director of Community. Mr. Kelly, is this for oral communications?
Okay, I have a card from Joseph Kelly.
City Council, I'm honored to be here today. I see you all on TV all the time. I feel like a fan. I feel like running up and getting autographs. To our esteemed City Council, I am honored to be before you today, honored to reside in the most ruthlessly efficient city on the planet. I am in awe of the city of Glendale, hope to fulfill both the dream and promise to become a Glendale homeowner, something small, perhaps a tough shed in South Glendale and on Boynton. That's a joke. I am here today to brag about the greatest housing authority on God's green earth, the Glendale Housing Authority. May HUD raise all of their salaries and buy them vacation homes in the marina. I arrived in Glendale following a huge housing authority issue in HACLA in Los Angeles that I had in Northeast LA. I more commonly refer to this issue as nightmare number 109C.2. Never realizing that that particular ineptness would lead me to the greatest city, greatest housing authority on the planet. It is now 2 years since that debacle mercifully ended. While new to housing authority vouchers, I am not new to excellence. I spent 3 years at the most vaunted film school on earth, Columbia University, where I won our Producers Award in 1983. I spent another few years at Dancer Fitzgerald Sample, producing Toyota retail commercials for DFS, Saatchi & Saatchi. I was an honorable mention All-State basketball player at Milford High School, played 4 years of collegiate basketball at Southern Connecticut State University in New Haven. So I know a class city, a class housing authority, and a class operation like this amazing place. One does not attain Glendale Housing Authority service, appearance, and attitude at either Housing Authority in Los Angeles or LA County. Housing Authority in Los Angeles, one waits in 9 lines beginning at 5 a.m. and in the most dangerous area of Los Angeles at 2500 Wilshire Boulevard. At 5 a.m., expect to be ducking bullets. It's that scary. From line 9, you go to line 8, then line 6, back to line 8, then lines 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring a box lunch and a tent. You'll be there 3 days. When and if you reach the front counter, a burly, stressed out Latino male with a 7th degree black belt will look at you impatiently and say, "What?" Others have responded, but fearing for my life, I chose not to speak. There are no lines at the Glendale Housing Authority, just an administrative assistant like Alan, Alen, or America that says, "Welcome to Glendale, Joe. How may I help?" In Glendale, you also get class case advisors like Diana Gomez, class housing managers like Carolina Siegler. You can call the Glendale Housing Authority and someone will answer within 2 rings. That's unheard of at the Housing Authority in Los Angeles and semi-unheard of at LA County. Cindy Williams of the Glendale Housing Authority was kind enough to accept me on the Tenant Advisory Board, where I have served in for 2 years. Inspector Lydia Becerra, one of only 2 inspectors, will go over and above the call of duty, as does Diana Gomez on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. it is my privilege to come today and to honor them. Thank you. Sorry I'm nervous.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kelly, for those kind words. What's next?
Authority Chair Quintero, at 6A under the business agenda is a public hearing, Director of Community Development regarding Section 8 Public Housing Agency Annual Plan for Fiscal Year 2011-2012. At 6A1 is a resolution adopting and authorizing submission of the Public Housing Agency Annual Plan to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Okay, I want to note that Councilwoman and Housing Authority member Laura Friedman has joined us.
Noted.
Mr. Starbird.
Yes, and I'll go to the aforementioned Cindy Williams for the staff report.
I believe is going to be available for autographs later in the...
Of course, of course. Good afternoon, Mr. Starbird, Housing Authority members, Chairperson Quintero. Staff is here today to ask the Housing Authority to adopt a resolution to submit the Public Housing Agency Annual Plan to the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Each agency is required to submit an annual plan and, when applicable, a 5-year plan to the department. The plan provides a ready resource to any interested parties where they can locate policies and services and operations of the Housing Authority. This information can be found in our administrative plan, and we mentioned the location of the plan in the annual plan with our address and the website address. Housing staff met with the Resident Advisory Board to review the plan and to receive any comments that they had regarding the plan. Those comments are reflected in the minutes of the meeting and will be submitted with the plan to HUD as the Resident Advisory Board comments. We also made the plan available to the public during the 45-day public comment period. We did not receive any comments from the public during that time period. Staff is available if anyone should have any questions.
Are there any questions or comments? Mr. Howard. Okay, I will open the public hearing. Don't have any cards. No one has come forward. I'll close the public hearing. Any comments from the staff or authority members?
Wish a motion? Move 6A1.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Williams.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Authority members Raymond?
Yes.
Friedman?
Yes.
Mincy?
Yes.
Najarian?
Yes.
Brazzian?
Yes.
Weaver?
Aye.
Chair Quintero.
Yes. Next.
He is Director of Community Services and Parks regarding City of Glendale joining the 100,000 Homes campaign. B1 is motion to note and file report.
Director Duran.
Mr. Chairman Quintero, members of the Housing Authority, this is to request formal approval for the City of Glendale to participate in and to promote a national initiative for communities throughout the country to commit to housing the most vulnerable and long-term homeless individuals and families in our community through the development of a registry with name and history of the chronic homeless in our communities, and the utilization of a Housing Now approach through our network of homeless providers here in the City of Glendale. What I'd like to do now is call up Yvette Sanvalian, the city's homeless coordinator, to give you a few more details.
Thank you, Jess. Good afternoon, Housing Authority Quintero, members of the Housing Authority, and Mr. Starbird and staff. Yvette Sanvalian. I'm here to give you a presentation regarding the 100,000 Homes campaign. Excuse me for one second. A little bit of background regarding the 100,000 Homes campaign. The 100,000 Homes campaign started in July of 2010. It grew out of Common Ground Streets to Home organization. The goal of the campaign is to house 100 chronically homeless, most vulnerable individuals and families by July 2013. 100,000 Home campaigns is a grassroots movement to bring together communities across the county to find housing for for our very most vulnerable homeless clients. Over 75 communities have enrolled in the national campaign to implement this program. City of Glendale, as the lead agency on behalf of the Homeless Coalition, with joining partnership with Path Achieve Glendale, has joined the campaign and is committed to house 10 chronically homeless within the timeline. Path Achieve is our lead agency, which will be leading the registry week, which is scheduled in May. Some progress information. The total goal for the campaign is to house 100,000 homes. To date, nationally, there's been over 7,000 folks that have been housed through the campaign. Over 75, and this is a little bit outdated, but 75 communities have joined the campaign in terms of the program. In LA County, we have 12 communities that have enrolled, 6 in the city of LA, including Long Beach, Santa Monica, and Glendale. Within the LA County, over 5,000 people were surveyed, and 425 people already have been placed in permanent housing. And there's over 900 folks that we have commitments for housing. So the goal is by July 2013, in the LA community, over 5,000 chronically homeless will be placed in permanent housing program. Again, Glendale has committed to place 10 chronically homeless within our community. The formula that's going to be used, it's a vulnerability index. Basically, there's going to be some timeline in May where we are going to have volunteers go out to the community. They are going to survey the chronically homeless individuals between 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. to identify their most special needs. And folks that have been chronically homeless for many years that have high health issues and special needs will be top priority for housing placements. As part of Path Achieve Glendale, the Glendale Registry Week is scheduled for May 1st through May 6th. The Glendale Registry Week is to create by name registry of the people living in our community, in our streets, so that we can prioritize those most vulnerable, so that we can work with them to place them in permanent housing. Together we can learn about the chronic homeless individuals and target in different our efforts indifferently to house our clients. There are 3 ways everyone can participate with the Registry Week. One, we need volunteers to support the survey, and you can sign on to the website to become a volunteer, and basically you would go out with teams of members within the city of Glendale to survey chronic homeless individuals. For 3 nights between 4 a.m. to 6 p.m. and information about volunteers on that website. You can become a sponsor. We have different levels of sponsorship for the program. And or if you have time or any other donations, we would appreciate donations for the individuals that we'll be housing. For questions or information how to volunteer and support the event, please contact Path Achieve Glendale, Christina Hanna, and her number is 818-409-3334. Why do we need sponsors? Well, this is a gentleman who agreed to consent his information on the photo. Ed was housed by Skid Row Housing Trust, and he was chronically homeless with very special needs. And through the 100,000 campaign, sponsors can help find housing for the individuals. They can help purchase items for the individuals, or even become friends of the individuals that were placed. Today we're here. We do want to thank some of our supporters, the Glendale Management Association, along with Glendale Methodist Church. We are extremely grateful for their support and their leadership with this project. I also have Leslie Weiss with Common Grounds. If you want a little bit more information in terms of the program and where we are nationally, I can invite her to come out and give you a couple more information. And nationally, there are various partners that support the 100,000 Homes campaign. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them now, or I can invite Leslie Weiss to discuss the national campaign. Thank you.
Any questions from the authority or staff?
Could you go to the first slide, the map?
Yes.
I understand that everything that's listed, like in the LA area, I'm not surprised that Glendale is part of this, but I noticed that the What do the colors mean? I didn't understand that part.
Let me have Leslie Weiss come out to answer that question.
Hi, how are you? Thank you very much for having me. I'm Leslie Wise. I work for Common Ground, the project manager for the 100,000 Homes campaign. The communities that are participating from Los Angeles County, Yvette mentioned there are 12. There's 10 communities participating. I'll try to list them for you. There are communities within the county, but also neighborhoods or communities within the city of LA. Long Beach, Glendale, Pasadena will be joining soon, West Hollywood, Santa Monica, Venice, downtown Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley, a community within the San Fernando Valley, the Van Nuys neighborhood. And we expect actually several more, 6 to 7 more communities joining because of the leadership of Glendale, to be perfectly honest. Glendale is the most recent community to join from Los Angeles County, and because of Glendale's interest and participation, it really has provided kind of a tipping point movement for several more communities from the San Gabriel Valley, primarily a community from South Los Angeles will be participating in the Glendale Registry to learn about the process, about how to be involved in the campaign. So that's just a little bit of overview of the communities participating from Los Angeles County. About 10 to 12 communities here in LA make up about 76 total communities participating nationwide. And actually to date we're at 6,800 housed vulnerable and chronically homeless individuals.
What are the color differences?
This is actually kind of just an artistic graphic, to be completely honest. But on our website, 100khomes.org, there's actually an interactive map where you can go to. I'd encourage you to check that out. If you click on a link called, I think it's Where We Are, or Our Progress, there's actually an interactive map that you can actually click on. There's dots all throughout the country, as indicated here on this kind of artistic representation. You can actually click on the dots. It'll tell you exactly what city is participating. It will tell you the point of contact from that city. It'll tell you how many people that city has housed, and will also give you contact information to get in touch with the point person from that city. And that's 100khomes.org on our website.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you.
We're very, very proud and pleased to see Glendale participating in such a clear and direct way. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, do I have a motion? Do we need
Move 6B1. Second.
roll call?
Authority members: Draymond,
Yes.
Friedman,
Yes.
Mincy,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Brazian,
Yes.
Weaver,
Aye.
Sheriff Quintero.
Yes. Next,
Next is authority member or staff comments.
any comments? I hear none. Need a motion?
Move to adjourn?
Are adjourned.
Thanks. Let's do our joint meeting next. I'd like to call to order the joint meeting of the Glendale Whoops.
Nope, you can't.
That's not mine. Sorry, guys.